Hi! Guess where I am? It's a little cool. I could have put on another sweater. This is a dressy sweater. And I don't get many chances to wear it, so I wore it today. Joe got it for me, a couple of years ago when he bought me these outfits. And then he got me a wrap sweater, black. And my son and his wife, this last Christmas, got me one with a hood. I told him I feel rich. How's everybody doing today? Watch till the end, and you might just see some possibilities there. I keep up with my daughter and her husband and their kids because they belong to me. Well, not like ownership, but it's my kids and grandkids. We got along with her in-laws really good, James' parents. You know, we didn't like hang out with them, but you know, we got along with them. And it's unfortunate. His dad passed away quite a few years ago, and his mother passed away just last year or two. She was really in pain and hurt and not well. I don't want to go to that spot. But, you know, it happens. It's part of life. And they said they kind of had the same issue that I had after my parents passed. I didn't feel like I was grieving. I mean, I was happy for them being in heaven and having, you know, young, agile bodies again, you know, new bodies and new energy and all of that. It was like, I am so grateful for that. But, you know, you miss them here. They'd been in the nursing home for several years, but I just didn't really feel like I could cry and I guess they said they kind of went through the same thing, but it just made them tired all the time. I guess, you know, just they didn't really cry and mourn in that way. They were just tired a lot. And I think that's kind of some of what I've been going through. But we're a few days from the anniversary of my dad's passing. He was within a few days of his 92nd birthday. He lived a long and a good life. And Mom passed away a month or so later, and she was right after her 90th birthday, so it would have been right about a month later. It was right after her 90th birthday. She was a gardener. Talk about a green thumb. And she could sew circles around just about anybody and cook. At the funeral, the minister he was young. They had been in the nursing home when he first started there at the church, or at least Mom was. And he had talked to the family and friends about, things that they remembered, and they all talked about Mom's cooking. And he said, well, can you name a favorite dish? And they all of them. Mom was a very good country cook. She was, and there would, you get those times when they just whatever's left over, which we were a big family, not often we have leftovers, but sometimes. And you know, there's the leftover hash. And she made it good. We ate it. It was delicious. It was like whatever was left over in the fridge went into it. And she might have probably added a couple things. But then canned, the house had a really good, dry, cool cellar. Just perfect for it. And so she filled shelves on one wall with canned goods. She had 2 big gardens every year. But her parents had 2 huge gardens every year. After they retired, but they sold a lot of it at, well, I don't know if I think they had a farmer's market, and the local grocery store would buy some of the produce and stuff. So anyway, memories were coming up on those. We're in those days when we're remembering them, and there's so many good memories. Going through walks in the pasture, you know, family walks, and Dad would he found a mess of wild strawberries one time. And there were just enough, it was just a small bush, and there was just enough that we could each taste 1 or 2 strawberries. And they were just ripe. And you talk about tasty, oh, those were good. Gooseberry bushes, they grew wild down there. We would go out and pick the gooseberries off those thorny bushes, and these were not the tame ones that you grow. These weren't the ones that you would buy and grow from seed. These were wild gooseberries. So they weren't very big, but the bushes were just, you know, and thorny. And us kids would go out there and we'd be trying to get between the thorns to pick the gooseberries. And then the screen, there was a screen like off of a door. We'd roll them back and forth over that screen to get all the little stems off. Occasionally a stem got into a pie, but then she'd wash them and she would make gooseberry pie. My dad was in heaven every time she made gooseberry pie. And he loved any gravy she made, even fish gravy. She made, well, they went to Alaska one year and they brought back some halibut. And she made some gravy out of the drippings or the whatever was left in the pan of the halibut, and he just loved it. He liked, now I like creamed corn. He liked creamed turnips, that was my dad. Creamed peas. I wasn't big on the creamed peas. And the creamed turnips, I just kind of distanced myself from. I'd rather eat a raw turnip. Those weren't so bad. I didn't mind a sliver or a little slice of raw turnip, but I just wasn't into the creamed ones. Hi, guess where I am? I'm back in my little cove. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm gonna be working on the price for these. I don't think they'll be quite as expensive as I thought they would, but I'm going to be doing these 2, and I'm going to print them probably onto some matte photo paper, something that's not, you know, I don't want to get too expensive with it, but I want it to be good so that you can frame it, because if I frame it, it's going to be more expensive. And I want to share with you the books I've written. because I really need people to know that they are out there. I always have them down in the description, but that's not much of an ad. So I'm going to put them up here, the pictures of them, but they can all be purchased from Amazon for much less if you do the electronic. I am in an entirely different room. I'm in the living room. Okay. I gotta learn to catch my breath before I start things. This is the search. It is for sale on Amazon. You can find it in almost all your bookstores, but in the electronic version. The print version, it can be sold in other bookstores if they buy it from Amazon. But if you want an electronic version, if you have a reader, that's much less expensive. The print version, I think, is around $11. It's worth. I like a print book, but it's up to you. I myself go for the electronics when I can. This other is a pair, and I may do another one along this. This one's called Who Be Charlie B, and it is a young mulatto man who, he's born to a white family. Both his mother and father are white. And there's a lot of people who kind of tell rumors and stuff, but Charlie gets some things revealed, and it's based on real people, and I tried to capture their personalities and their character as I researched them as best I could, and I really think you would enjoy this. It's about Charlie, and it's about his family. Mostly it centers around Charlie and how he is affected by everything around him, which isn't always very nice. And this was a sample they sent me for approval. I couldn't find the one that didn't have that on it, but this is exactly what it looks like. This is the second book, and it's called Finding Charlie, Forbidden Romance. This second one, it covers a kind of a summer in his life, but it was a very traumatizing and yet a very revealing and way of opening him up to possibilities. And a lot of people don't agree, or didn't agree back then. I'm sorry, I forgot to say. This one begins in 1905. Charlie, the real Charlie, was born in 1885. And in 1905, his father did die. So, anyway, those are the books that I have. And go to Amazon or one of your local bookstores or online, and you can purchase and download a ebook, electronic book, very easily. And if you want the print, you can purchase it right there. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. I love all of you. That was a smackaroonie. I love you. Take care. Smile and wave, and there's yours. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.